to say I'm going to say a few words, but actually I'm going to say quite a lot. I'm delighted to welcome all of you to our 10th anniversary celebration exhibition on this World Mental Health Day. 10 years ago, our chief exec at the time, Dr. Ros Keaton, asked me if I could organise an exhibition to celebrate World Mental Health Day. I had no idea what I was letting myself in for, how many artists would want to be involved, or what it would develop into. But as a result of the overwhelming response of submissions, it was clearly evident that there was a definite need for ongoing support for artists in Worcestershire with experience of mental distress to make and show their work and be supported to fulfil their creative potential. This need was much greater than any of us could have anticipated. And so Velma Johnson, occupational therapist and team leader at Shrub Hill Workshop, and Rob Evans, ex-Shrub Hill Workshop service user, and myself, formed AIMS, Art in Minds, with the vision of developing a community for artists with experience of mental ill health. I am so very proud that 10 years on, what started out as our Shrub Hill Workshop project has grown into a hugely respected organisation that has a reputation for quality and excellence throughout Worcestershire and beyond, has supported over 250 Worcestershire artists, most with enduring mental ill health, to make and exhibit hundreds and hundreds of works of art, not only here in Worcestershire, but in other parts of the country. This year, we have seen AIMS artists' work exhibited and sold in the prestigious Pallant House Gallery in Chichester and in the award-winning Compton Verney Gallery in Warwickshire, and work is currently touring around the country. We've seen the opening of the new Medical Museum at Worcester University in the Old Infirmary, where the work of AIMS artists is printed on a 12-foot wall and will be there, I am told, for at least the next 25 years. Shrub Hill Workshop's vocational interventions, AIMS and our exhibitions and website have led to sales and commissions, work being published, awards and accolades, but most importantly, we have provided a safe framework within which to fulfil potential, to take risks, make creative contacts and personal friends, to grow and to heal, and look forward to the future with hope. As part of our planning for the future, we asked each of our members, if AIMS could grant you 3 wishes, what would they be? And the answers ranged from, to give me my motivation back, to a bespoke studio to work in. If I could be granted 3 wishes for AIMS, it would be that every artist with mental ill health be supported to achieve their full potential, whatever that may be. That projects like AIMS are recognised for the crucial role they play in the recovery of hope, self-esteem, confidence, self-worth, purpose and ordinary lives. And that the future of AIMS be safe and secure and sustainable so that we can continue our life-changing work into the future. Today is also a personal 10-year celebration for me. I stand here as a result of my own mental health experience. After the trauma of toxemia and preeclampsia in pregnancy, resulting in an emergency cesarean, followed by severe postnatal depression, my recovery was ultimately through studying art and design here at Worcester University, where 10 years ago, almost to the day, I was very proud to be the first single honours art student and graduated with a first-class degree. It might surprise you to know that at one point my anxiety was so debilitating that simple everyday situations could trigger a panic attack. I'm not suggesting that art is the answer to all ills, but the evidence is not anecdotal. There is concrete proof that the arts in all its forms, be it the visual arts, dance, theatre, literature or music, is a hugely powerful and cost-effective tool for recovery. I won't bore you about what it does to the hippocampus in your brain. You can go away and Google that. But studies by the Department for Culture, Media and Sport and also the National Institute for Health and Clinical Excellence both concluded that the arts lead to significant improvements in health and well-being, In studies published from 1990 to 2004, looking at 385 papers, Dr. Rosalia Starikoff reported, art has a positive effect on blood pressure and hormone levels, immune response and pain perception. Art is a vehicle for establishing communication and decreases agitation in patients with dementia. Art stimulates insights into shared human experiences and individual differences. It develops empathy across gender, race, class and culture. Art has a positive impact on staff satisfaction and reduces stress in patients and visitors. It diminishes aggression and increases perception of the quality of service. And it induces positive psychological and clinical outcomes. A team from the Anglia Ruskin University and the University of Central Lancashire carried out extensive research in 2007. And whereas one study alone cannot be conclusive, there were striking similarities from other studies, for example, the State of Arts and Health in England in 2009, which consistently highlighted benefits such as improved concentration, enhanced self-esteem and confidence, greater understanding of feelings and ability to express them, feeling valued and accepted as a person, enjoyment and pride in achievement. For the majority of all participants, of which there were several hundred, art inspired hope, decreased social isolation, rebuilt identities, expanded horizons, reduced social exclusion and mental distress, and improved physical and mental well-being. AIMS is about us coming together because we love the arts and we know the arts changes people's lives. I would like to just say a few thank yous to Dr. Ros Keaton for having the insight to recognise the value and role of art in recovery and her support for me personally and the AIMS project. I also want to thank Worcestershire Health and Care NHS Trust, but mostly the team at Shrub Hill Workshop, in particular Velma, who has supported this project from the beginning, and Les Sims and his students in the woodwork department, who every year, amongst other things, have played a crucial role in making frames, attaching fixings and getting all the work up on the walls. And Brian Bullock and Joe Dunn and their students in the office admin and IT training departments. To our partners, Worcester University, who have invited us back every year and supported us by putting on this wonderful opening event. Worcestershire County Council, in particular Steve Wilson, our lovely County Arts Officer, Worcester Arts Workshop, Worcester Museum and Art Gallery, Worcester Porcelain Museum, Worcester Cathedral, the Cooperative Community Fund, Arts Council England, and many other local individuals and businesses without whose support over the past 10 years AIMS would not exist. I also want to thank our amazing volunteers. The role of volunteer can sometimes be overlooked, but they now make up over 20 million of our workforce, and the country would probably fall apart without them. I looked up the definition of volunteering and it said carrying out tasks or providing services for individuals or community without financial recompense to promote good or improve human quality of life, which it does. But what it didn't say is that it means hard work, it means commitment, enthusiasm, empathy, listening, caring and giving. Our volunteers give so much. You know who you are, there's too many to mention, but I hope you know how much you're appreciated and valued for everything that you do. But the people I want to thank most is the artists, because ultimately this is all about you. This is a celebration of your individual talent, your uniqueness, your creativity, bravery, and your journey of recovery. For the past 4 years, I've been saying that I'm going to step aside from AIMS, but for all sorts of reasons I've continued, and now I know why. Because I had to see AIMS to a point where its future would be secure, where all the hard work that Velma, Rob and I have put in over the past 10 years would provide sustainability and continuity for our current and future members. So I am delighted to announce that AIMS, with the enormous generosity of Paul and Valerie Gillard, has moved from a Shrub Hill Workshop homegrown project to become a registered charity. And at some point next year, we will become more independent from Shrub Hill, where we will continue to grow and support even more artists from a wider sector of the community. I've been job sharing for the past 12 months with Amanda Morse-Brown, and we will be working alongside each other to take the AIMS project forward. It is important to recognise and emphasise the essential, absolutely essential, early stage recovery work that Shrub Hill Workshop does to support people to the point where they can become involved with projects that AIMS is hoping to provide. If you need any evidence, today is your opportunity. Ask people to talk to you about their journey and how they came to be here today. Read the artist statements and the catalogue, which will give you just a small insight into the invaluable work that Shrub Hill does. Over the past 10 years, it's been a complete privilege to work with the most amazing team of people at Shrub Hill, whose vocational interventions transform people's lives, and to work with so many extraordinary, talented and gifted artists. I have said that Val, Rob and I 10 years ago could not have imagined that we would be stood here today and that AIMS would be what it has become. But the next 10 years will be everything and more than we ever could have imagined. And I know that you will all continue to support AIMS, the staff, volunteers and artists into the next decade. Thank you for listening. Say to you that the buffet is now open. Please have a lovely lunch and please enjoy the artwork in the Cotswold Gallery. And we also have work at the Worcester Arts Workshop, the Hive, Worcester City Museum and Art Gallery and at Barbourne Health Centre.